Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today I will be giving advice for starter locks and tips and everything in between, so stay tuned. The first thing you want to do is know how you want to start your hair. Do you want to start with 2-strand twists? Do you want comb coils? Do you want to start with braids? Do you want an inner lock? All those things are different options on how you can lock your hair. The way I locked my hair was through 2-strand twists. The reason why I chose 2-strand twists is because the lock process can get very, hard for people to go through, and I just felt like by me having 2-strand twists, I could already look like I just have a natural hairstyle, even though I knew I was locking my hair. The most common ones is comb coils and 2-strand twists, but talk to a loctician to see what might be best for you. The next part is when you know you want to lock your hair, make sure you find pictures of how you want your hair to turn out. And what I mean by that is go on Pinterest, go on TikTok, go on Instagram, whoever has your ideal lock size, screenshot. A lot of people just go to a loctician and they just get their hair locked and they never tell them how they actually want their hair to turn out, what size they actually want, what parting they actually want. I know plenty of people who actually end up taking out their locks because they don't like the size, they didn't want that parting, so make sure you avoid those mistakes by doing what I'm telling you in advance. Okay, and the next one is to make sure you find a real loctician. Find you somebody who actually knows about locks, is actually invested in locks, actually uses the right products, because all of that will lead to the health of your hair and whether or not your hair begins to thin, whether or not your hair has too much buildup. It all goes based on who you go to and what products you put in your hair. I just want to say anybody who's using heavy gels or beeswax, avoid, because they only know how to retwist, but they actually don't know about the health of your hair. Okay, so you guys, it is important to know the lock stages before you lock your hair. That way you don't panic every time you see a change in your hair. It is a process. Locks probably take almost completely a year and a little bit over to fully mature and lock at least. And this is why I feel like it's hard for people to keep locks in their hair. But when you really think about it, 1 year is nothing. It's nothing. And the way that I kept myself motivated in my lock journey was that I was literally on YouTube watching other people's experiences, seeing how their hair was looking, seeing if my hair was on the right track. And honestly, guys, it was just exciting. Also, take pictures. A lot of people don't like taking pictures in their starter locks phase, but that is how you actually are able to tell that your hair is growing, that your hair is changing, that your hair is actually locking. And so much people will be like, I feel like my hair is not doing anything. Take pictures. When you actually are able to look, you will see that slight difference in your hair and you will realize like, wow, my hair is actually growing, my hair is actually locking, my hair is actually doing something. So my next piece of advice is to stick to a time frame with retwist. The reason why you want to be consistent with retwist and the time frame of how long you go is because this will affect the uniformity of your locks. So if you really want uniform locks, go consistently at every date you tell yourself you're going to go. Me, I don't really do that anymore, but I was more consistent with retwist in the beginning of my lock journey, and I do think that is still important. So my recommendation is every 6 to 8 weeks. My next piece of advice, and something that I still have not done for myself, is teach yourself how to retwist. Locks can become expensive, especially when every so and so months you're going to get a retwist. Help yourself. It's a comb, it's product, and it's clips. It's teachable, it's doable. Teach yourself to do your own hair. That way you're not having monthly expenses on retwisting. My next piece of advice is something that I did not follow, but I want to warn others about, which is stay away from braids, stay away from soft locks, stay away from wigs, stay away from things like that. So first things first, with braids, the reason why I do not recommend it is because when you finally take your hair out, your hair will be so compact and so thin, and I just don't think that's good in the beginning. Yes, when you wash your hair, it will kind of like thicken up a little bit, but you're limiting your lock process and your lock formation when your hair is in these styles. Your hair is actually not locking because of how compact and restricted it is. It's just simply staying like that until you take it out. So I really don't recommend hairstyles unless you're like, you know what, I need to look cute. I don't care about how long it takes me to lock my hair. I just need to look cute right now. Now that's different. One thing I would say not to get, in my opinion, is soft locks. Too much people do not know how to take out soft locks with locks. My hair has been cut before. My hair has had fake hair stuck inside my locks, and you simply do not want that. I have officially learned my own lesson, and I no longer will be getting any type of protective style. It is only protective when your hair is loose natural. When your hair is locked, it can actually be hurting and harming your hair, especially with soft locks. Okay, so this next piece of advice is a little controversial, and this is about when to wash your starter locks. So much people have different opinions, different advice, and different stances on this. Honestly, I really say it depends on your hair texture. If you are like 3A, 3B, you might want to listen to whoever's locking your hair because your hair probably probably more likely to unravel. So I will say listen to your loctician for that. But for everyone else, don't be afraid to wet your hair at least. And that leads to my next piece of advice, which is start spraying your hair, start wetting your hair, start oiling your hair, because let me tell you guys, spraying your hair is what's going to lead your hair to lock faster. And by wetting it, your hair is going to mat together, it's going to tangle together. And so much people I know will be 9 months into their lock journey and not wetting their hair. And I'm like, what are you doing? If you want your hair to lock, you need to wet your hair. They say that sea salt helps lock your hair, so go to the beach. So if you need options of what you want to do to wet your hair, there's a couple of different things you can use. Of course, you can use water, but you can also use rosemary water, and you can also use aloe vera water. Some oils that I use is miel and wild growth. I kind of really just stick to those. And my last piece of advice is to wear a cap, wear a bonnet. If you are a boy, wear a durag. Whatever you like to wear it at night. The repercussions of not wearing a cap or something to protect your hair is lint. Lint, when you lock your hair, is going to be your worst enemy. Lint can get within your locks, you guys. You do not want to have lint all within your hair. Please wear a cap whenever you're laying down, whenever you're not doing anything. Just protect your hair. A good thing about just wearing a cap in general is that it might help your starter locks not unravel. It's keeping moisture in your hair from the products that you use. It helps your hair look fresh and new, and it just reduces lock damage overall. So wear a cap. I'm gonna show you guys what my hair looks like from the front, as you guys can see clearly, and here is the back. My hair is very thick, very healthy, and you know, I want to help you guys get thick, healthy locks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys lock your hair 2024. Locks is really just a beautiful process. It helped me a lot with self-love and just loving my natural, authentic self. You're always going to be okay without having your hair done. So I encourage you guys to lock your hair, unlock your inner beauty, you guys. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips, and see you next time. Let this go.